Right, Josh here. No, we haven't done a video in a while. We've been flat out busy trying to get on with the trees and stuff down here at the fishery. We've had an estate team cracking on down here. We're trying to tackle the fallen trees, and we've also had an external company in trying to do the ash dieback and the dangerous trees from around the fishery so we can open up as fast as possible and get everyone fishing again. But we are working at full speed, but as you can see from behind me, we are still got a bit of work to go yet, but we are cracking on and trying to meet our deadlines and get this fishery back open again for everyone. We are tackling the dangerous trees around the fishery first before we tackle the woodland, purely for the fact we want the fishery open, as we have prioritised that. So we have an order of what trees will be done over a period of time, just so we can get on with the main ones first. Right, so as you can see, this tree is falling into Lake 5 next to me. As you go, once we've cleared this one, sorry, and when you go up the valley, there is plenty more trees in the lakes, but we will be getting the digger down and lifting these all out, cutting them all up, logging them. None of this is going to go to waste. We're either going to put it back in nature as nature piles, or we wood chip it for fertiliser, or this will all be logged up and burnt, so none of this wood is going to go to waste. And as we go up the valley, it'll all be cut out the lakes and cleaned up nicely, ready for reopening. As you can see behind me, the woodland is just absolutely covered in fallen windswept trees. So it's on our priority list, but it's slightly lower than the lake. So at the minute the woodlands will still be closed, but we will get around to this as soon as possible and get everything back open as per normal. So I'm down on 6 here now, just to throw a bit of food in. Really, as we are closed, it is good just to keep the fish in good condition and just supplement their feed. I'm not feeding tens of kilos, just enough to just get the fish to tick by, really keep them hungry for the anglers to come back. And being a silty lake, there should be plenty of naturals like bloodworm and stuff in the silt for the root around for, which is also good for the fish. So yeah, I'm just feeding house pellet here. So yeah, it's exactly what we sell in the shop. So when we come back for reopen, this will be a perfect bait to be using if you want to have a little bit of an edge to the next angler. And yeah, I'll just throw it in as far as I can put it, really. And I'll spread this out around the lake where I know fish get caught from, where they want to be this time of year, just to try and make it a bit easier for them. And so the biggest winner really for the lake is 9mm pellet and a bit of sweet corn. I know some of our more popular anglers have done a lot of the named fish on that recently, so it's definitely a big age to be doing that. And that's what I would recommend using, is house pellet and a bit of sweet corn. Get that yellow in there and get the taste that they want. I've been feeding more areas, because I know the fish tend to sort of congregate in certain areas of the lake, so around the margins mainly. I'm staying more away from the shallower end this time of year, because the fish just probably aren't going to be down there. And just to try and take an educated guess, as if I was fishing, I've taken the same approach. I'm trying to guess where the fish are and then feed according to that pattern of where they should be. Right, and then next up, after I've fed a few pellets, I like to just put in a few boilies. These are good. They just give the fish the protein and the vitamins and minerals that they need to keep them nice and pretty for us. And yeah, these are just house boilies again, so everything in house keeps it nice and simple, and it keeps the fish on the ball, really. We know what they want to eat, and then it helps the anglers when they come down. They don't know what to fish with, you know. They've been fed all these baits, so that would always be my go-to, definitely. Yeah, just a nice few house pellets, and then again, I'll just scatter them in all around the lake, just to sort of keep the fish moving about and foraging. They are krill, crayfish and mussel, so they're nice and fishy. I do find that fishy baits do work a lot better on these lakes than anything else, really, other than a house pellet, like I mentioned earlier. I'd either use house pellet or something fishy. And again, these are nice and fishy. They're nice vibrant colour, especially during the winter. These might be a bit of an edge because the fish are more lethargic and they just want to pick up a couple of bright hook baits and be done with it, catch a few and just enjoy the cold weather, really.